Well, it's a journey that I didn't know I was going to go on, an unplanned journey for sure. I was a very active person, 15,000 steps a day with a sit-down job, exercise. I consider myself, I eat right, most of the time. I have my cheat days. But I found myself gaining weight and my hair is falling out. Nails were very brittle. Didn't know why, had no idea, So it just gotten to the point, I said, okay, start taking hair vitamins, start doing things that I thought, wellness-wise, and, woman getting older. Finally, one day, I had gotten really, really depressed, and I found myself not being happy ever and having really bad mood swings. And I said, am I going through the change? So I went to my OBGYN, it wasn't that. So, okay, no, not there. Finally, I just said, I got to do something. So I went to my PCP and I walked in, and the first thing I said is, hey doc, look, we got to do something. I'm depressed because I'm fat, and I'm fat because I'm depressed. This is a vicious cycle. We got to do something. My PCP he decided to order some lab work to test my thyroid, to check the levels. And we did do that, and they did come back irregular. So he said, okay, we're going to go ahead and start you on some medication to get those levels adjusted. And that's where we started. But when taking the medicine, I thought it was going to be a cure-all. I thought, everything was going to be just wonderful once I started this medicine. And it wasn't. I thought it was going to be a sprint. And I found out that it's not a sprint, but it's a marathon. Realizing that it wasn't a sprint, that it was a marathon, I knew that I was going to need some special help. I could take the medicine just fine. I could get the lab work done. That wasn't going to be my issue. My issue is understanding what was going on with me and what could happen, what was, needed to be educated about what hypothyroidism is. And that's when I sought out some special help and found Dr. Khan at North Oaks Endocrinology, and there began our beautiful partnership. At my first appointment with Dr. Khan, he entered with a big smile and a warm handshake, and that was important to me. It was obvious that he'd done his homework. He reviewed all of my lab work. He'd gone over all of my medical history from the past, and he started off with asking me, how was I feeling? Did I have any questions? Did I have any concerns? What was I afraid of in, going through this with this hypothyroidism? At that time, again, I didn't realize that it was a journey. But after knowing that Dr. Khan had gone through all of my history and looked at my recent lab work, and he was able to introduce me to me, but the me that was going to be living with hypothyroidism. And he let me know that he was going to be on this journey with me. He made sure every fear, every question that I had, he answered. And also he added some things that I didn't know that my thyroid actually affected. And that explained a lot. And I was actually able to go home and explain who I am with hypothyroidism to my husband. And I let him know that we had somebody on this journey with us, and that Dr. Khan was going to be there, not just for me, but for us. Dr. Khan being on this journey with me, navigating through this hypothyroidism, is like having a guide in a foreign country, road map, and having someone to guide me through, having him to guide me and my husband as support when those bumps in the road come up. The things, the other health things that having hypothyroidism or thyroid issues, period, that those things affect, with your thyroid being the engine of the body. When those things pop up, I have him to help guide me over them, guide me around them, and I have my husband as support if I get weak. So Dr. Khan being knowledgeable, compassionate, it's invaluable to me. It really is. And I'm so glad that I have him on this journey with me.